everybody, welcome to Killen's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, The White Tiger, which is kind of like, I would say, a slumdog millionaire, an ambitious driver of a rich Indian family uses his wit and cunning to escape from poverty and become an entrepreneur. An ambitious driver for a rich family. Okay, so he's a poor Indian driving for a rich family, and so it's a good story, kind of like, you know, what we've seen before. I was between that and Below Zero. Below Zero on Netflix is saying it's the #1 movie, maybe because it just came out. I don't know, but that's a dubbed Spanish movie, so I'm going to get into The White Tiger. I think it could be pretty good. It is a little bit longer, so it's perfect for the weekend. 2 hours and 5 minutes long. Priyanka Chopra, I don't know how you say her name, but she's been in a lot of different. She was in Baywatch. Oh, okay. That's not what I was thinking I'd know her from, but anyway, I know her name from somewhere, but oh wait, isn't it romantic? Okay, I don't know. I thought I knew who she was. Maybe not. I'll recognize her, but right now IMDb has this at a 7.3, so it's on Netflix. I'm sure you've probably already seen it, but if not, you're watching to find out if it's any good. I will let you know. So let me get into it and find out a little bit more about it, and then I'll check in from time to time. Stick around. I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of The White Tiger. Sorry, no check-ins. I apologize. 2-hour film, 2 hours and 5 minutes, and I didn't check in once, right? Really, because there wasn't. Normally I check in to give you a better idea what the plot's about. The plot's about this Indian kid who grows into a man, whatever, he's poor and decides that he wants to be a driver for the rich. So he borrows 300 rubles from his grandmother to get some driving lessons, and then goes and gets a driving job. But it's basically, you know, he's a little bit conniving to get him in there and get him, trusted by the family. But he really wants to be trusted by the young son. And originally I had thought that the reason he wanted to do it was to gain knowledge and experience, really work for that guy so he could learn how to be an entrepreneur on his own. Because they started off that way. They started off telling you, showing him in the future or in the present time, and he's made himself. He's working on his own, whatever it is we don't know yet, but he seems to be doing well. So it's like a rags to riches story, and the whole story is how he gets there, right? But it's not. Well, I guess it is, but it's really most of the 2 hours is spent showing, one, how he gets the job. That's really quick. And then how he's treated. So I guess in the Indian culture, these poor, Indians are servants or slaves to these rich people. I mean, not just a driver like you would think about it, but like demeaning and calling him names and stuff like that. Never treating him with respect, although he's serving them. I mean, there's people who do that. There's maids, there's butlers, there's drivers. They're not treated like that, hopefully, that I know of. But that's their work, right? I mean, they're chauffeur people. I don't treat them with, if I ever got a chauffeur or a limousine, whatever. Well, in this case, that's not the way it is. He's treated like dirt. They stay in these fancy hotels. He's got to stay in the parking garage, with cockroaches and stuff like that. And that's how he lives. And he's serving these people. And then, they continue to treat him bad, no matter how loyal and nice he is, and all that kind of stuff. So it's really about that, setting the scene for that, on how abused they are and how committed he is to serving and so on and so forth. And then finally, at the end, they start to show you how he became, successful. And, they leave breadcrumbs, or they at least make you think that he's like this entrepreneur with, I don't know, he invented something, and so on and so forth. But I'm not going to say that's not the case, but the ending is a little bit surprising. I felt misled. Not that, I shouldn't say that. I feel that way, but that's not true, because I had no idea. I didn't watch anything. I read the synopsis. You saw me read it, so I formulated my own thoughts based on this. He's a rag to riches story. How's he going to get there? It's funny, he does kind of say, you know, that winning the lottery is not going to happen in this case, or something like that, you know, referencing Slumdog Millionaire. So I thought that was pretty neat. But other than that, I mean, it was good. It was long for it to be 2 hours of like an hour and 50 minutes of him just being a servant, you know. And the last 10 to 15 minutes was how he becomes a success. So a little disappointed there, but that's why I didn't check in, because nothing else was happening. You know, there's all these side stories. The guy he's driving for, he's married to Priyanka, you know, who, now I remember, she's Nick Jonas's wife. He's her, you know what I mean. They're married, Nick Jonas and her. That's how I know who she was. And she might have been in Baywatch, but I didn't associate that. I was like, I know this, but that's how I know her. So there you go. So that's really what it is. It's a rags to riches story with a surprising way that he becomes riches. And then even the final scene is kind of like that. So good, but not great for me. It's showing Below Zero. That's like the #1 movie on Netflix, and I was like, well, this has to be #2. Not so. I could see. It's not so on Netflix, but I could see that. I didn't love it. I thought they drug out the, you know, I always like them to build depth and behind the whole characters and stuff, and that was there, but they really spent the whole movie doing that, and then we're like, hey, here's how he becomes rich. And it's like, oh, okay. So there you go. I think I did a good job of explaining what the movie's about, what I liked, what I didn't like, and without spoiling it for you. So there you go. That's all I got for you. Hopefully you check it out if you like those kinds of... I mean, it was still okay. It's a long movie, so make sure you have time for it and set your expectations. There you go. That's all I got. Thanks for tuning in. If you do watch it, drop me some comments. Love to hear from you. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Like that as well. Sorry, no check-ins, but that's all I got. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.